Hi everybody, welcome to your weekly tarot forecast beginning Monday the 27th of October. My name is Amy, I'm the owner of Looking Glass Tarot. Book a personal reading with me through lookingglasstarot.com.au. I do read in person out of a shop in King Street, Newtown, Sydney every Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. Sometimes on those days or at least every other day, you can always book a Zoom or a pre-recorded reading with me. I am available for parties, functions, and events if you're in the Greater Sydney area. I go live on TikTok and Instagram. And starting from November, I will be reading every Wednesday evening out of Cali Ray, which is a Mexican-themed restaurant in Newtown. And those readings will be available at a discounted price. You can come, get a reading, have a margarita, have a taco, and just have a great night. Okay. All right. Okay, so I have pre-shuffled and cut Lenormand and a tarot deck. And our theme we begin with is mountain. So bearing in mind that tarot and Lenormand can both be literal or metaphorical or represent your inner world or be an external reflection of what's going on in your outer world, mountain can be challenges, but challenges that can be overcome with effort and strategy. It could also represent something far away, so travel. It could be, like I said, a difficulty that you have to overcome. It could be an obstacle that's in your way. Or if it's about a person, if this is about a relationship, because these are general readings, so they will hit differently for everyone, it could be that somebody is being emotionally distant. All right, so I'm going to do 2 cards for past energy, 1 for the present, and then 2 for the future. All right, so let's start off with our past energy. We've got Bouquet or the Queen of Spades. So she gives me sort of Libran vibes. She's creative, she's a designer, she's very charming. It can also mean a surprise or a gift is forthcoming. Yeah, but it's a very delightful woman. And this is your first card for the recent past. And then we have letter. So letter stands for the written word. So think text messaging, DMing, or emailing, or any kind of formal paperwork, or any kind of paperwork at all, actually. Yeah, so I'm just thinking that could be a writer, a creative writer. Yeah. All right. At present we have, okay, so where I said mountain is an obstacle that can be overcome with effort and strategy, cross is a burden that you must bear. So, and this is present energy. So don't worry, because this isn't something that's coming in. This is where you're at. So you're feeling burdened right now. You're feeling burdened. Maybe, again, I'm just using this example. Maybe you've got writer's block. Or maybe someone has sent you a message, a female, or if this is you, maybe you've been journaling and I don't know. This is some kind of challenge, but one that you have no choice but to bear. Think of Jesus and the cross, yeah. So maybe a document came in that you didn't want, a parking fine, I don't know. All right, so what's coming in the future? We've got, all right, so dog represents loyalty, patience, faithfulness, waiting, friendship, doggedness, perseverance, protection, like the police kind of protection. Or it could be about a literal dog. So it could be that, I don't know, maybe your dog's going through some challenges. It could be that a friendship is challenged. It could be that you're having this test. As you move through it and move through the other side, as you do what you can within your control to summit the challenges, you develop patience. Or there's loyal friends around that are helping you through this situation. And then our final card for the future is key. Okay, so do we have any double ups? Yeah, okay, so a black and a red ace is a promise, transaction, or agreement. Yeah, so make of that what you will. But whenever key comes at the end of a 5-card Lenormand spread, it means that this thing is quite certain, that it's definitely going to happen, without a doubt, without question. It can also mean that it's important. It can also stand for a solution, an opening. Think of a key unlocking a door. Yeah, but really when it comes at the end of a spread, it's saying this is happening, this is important, these challenges you must bear. Maybe the challenges were brought in from the universe to give you patience, to test your patience. Yeah, and it could have been like maybe you got some information from a woman, or maybe you gleaned the information yourself. But you'll overcome it. You'll overcome some of them. You'll bear the burden of some of them and you'll get to the other side, and there'll be friendship waiting for you. There'll be you waiting for you. And it's important that you go through this, okay, for whatever reason. All right? I know, lessons, tests, so annoying. Why can't we just have gifts, right? All right, so your theme, like I said, I have pre-shuffled and pre-cut both of these decks, is the Eight of Cups. So this is walking away from a person, place, or thing that you had put your hopes in, but that has disappointed you. And so you're cutting your losses and you're moving on. It's also one of my travel cards. Cups represent emotions, though, so it's usually a card of disappointment and moving on, moving away, or emotionally just feeling like you're maybe you don't feel the same way about a person, place, or thing like you used to. And it's not even, you're not even trying to, but you're just drifting away. You're like, I just feel like I don't want to be near you anymore. I don't want to engage with you. I don't want to be around you. All right, 3 cards for the present. We've got the Empress. So she represents Taurus and abundance in all forms. Mother Earth, Gaia. She is luxury. She is, she's an Empress. She's a goddess. So this is you. It doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl or non-binary. This is you enjoying yourself and knowing that you deserve to enjoy yourself. Another card for the present. Okay, so we've got 2 major arcana cards, and in tarot, the major arcana represent big, fated, destined themes in our life. This represents Virgo, and it is a period of soul-searching, reflection, and going within, which I guess if you've got the cross in your present with Lenormand, you probably are being thrust into this. Maybe it's not your... Maybe you haven't chosen to do this, but the circumstances have sort of forced you into a space where you're like, I've really got to go within. I've got to look deeply, or you could be hermiting away, like I said, withdrawing, going away for a time. Yeah. So, but it's all temporary. These are all temporary. These are all temporary steps, right? In what's known as the Fool's Journey. So maybe thinking about what brings you abundance. Maybe thinking about what is worth, what you value, what you're worth. Maybe what you valued is different, and it's time to do some introspection and soul searching and think about what is important to you. Oh my gosh, 3rd major, and we have the Tower. Okay, so this is an explosion or an implosion. It's everything falling apart, but it has to happen so that everything can then be built again on a more solid foundation so that this doesn't happen. This wouldn't have happened if whatever you had built was solid enough to withstand whatever fell apart. Again, this could be, and I am really thinking, because what's at the bottom again? 8 Cups. Yeah, I am thinking that this could be very much an internal 3 majors. Okay, so it's quite big what you're going through. This is questioning what you deserve. This is doing some soul searching, and this could be like a massive spiritual awakening and epiphany and aha moment. Or it could be that after you do this, you just decide to change everything and do something like very, very differently. Maybe you're the impetus behind this. Or you're in the middle of soul searching, then boom, something comes in and everything changes and you're thrust into, again, a new beginning. All right, what's coming in? 5 of Swords. So this is, 5s are numbers of change, swords are thoughts. So this is trying, it's like, I know I say this all the time, but it's a very crunchy period. It's trying to navigate around your head, really. So it could be all within, or it could be there's you and at least one other person, and the hair is really thick and heavy with unmet expectations. There's issues that are unresolved. So this is getting through that. But what comes after the 5 of Swords is the 6 of Swords, which is moving yourself to safety. So it is a necessary period to go through. Oh my gosh, this is your 4th major arcana card. This represents Cancer, the crab. So this tells me you're going to be going on a trip or moving or traveling or going somewhere, or there's a Cancer energy around. What else is coming in for you this week? Self-love, new love, a loving new beginning. This is my card for self-love, but it can be meeting someone and falling in love with them. It can also be finding a new passion, a new hobby. And the 4th card for what's coming in, 3 of Cups, celebrating, letting your hair down. Yeah, having fun, being with other people, gathering around with others, not being alone. Yeah, enjoying yourself. Looks like a nice week, actually.